Okay, look at that. Oh my god, how did that live? It's fine, Love just doesn't die to that. God damn it. We're playing 4 difficult ROM hacks. If I wipe at any point, I have to go back to the very beginning. I cannot use a damage calculator. We're playing hardcore Nuzlocke rules. Subscribe to pChal Daily. This is the Drayano Gauntlet. Okay. We got a couple of regular fights left before the Weather Gauntlet. I did a little bit more thinking about the Elite Four team. I think my team is locked in. I'm not 100% sure. I figured out a few details about a few fights, but I'm still not 100% sure. But I'm pretty sure I know what I want to sack and what I don't want to sack. You know, think of the 5 gifted Edigiles. I appreciate it. Knowing what to sack is going to be very useful for the Weather Gauntlet, I think. I haven't looked at them yet, though, no. I think the next fight that we have to do is this lady here, Veteran Kathy. By the way, people I think are confused. I think people are confused. I read some pChal Daily comments, unfortunately, about challenge mode bug and how the level cap should be different because of it and stuff like that. Remember, challenge mode bug, which makes it so that the level... The additional levels that the enemy Pokemon gain by being on challenge mode aren't actually real. They're actually a lower level oftentimes than they appear, sometimes by as much as 4 levels or more. That's not on every Pokemon. Specifically the gym leader's aces, I'm pretty sure, are never affected by challenge mode bug, and the Elite Four is also not affected by it. So the level cap should be the same. But it is challenge mode bug is relevant a lot. It does make the game easier. Alright, Lopunny's part fighting in this game. I think it's going to try to fake out us, but we are inner focus, so that's not going to work. Still going to do a lot of damage, though. It's not actually that much. Beautiful. I'm going to choose not to U-turn here. Even though I totally could. I'm like 99% sure that Crobat is just faster than this Manic Trick, but I don't want to risk it. It's an E4 Mon, and I think there's basically no punish to just going straight to Swampert. Just like that. Now we can't Volt Switch out. He's trapped in here with me. There's the Ice Fang. Holy crit. And he gets the freeze. Guys, this is why you think about your items, your held items before every fight. Even if you think you don't need a held item for the Pokemon to win the matchup, what are the RNG things that could happen? I knew that Manectric's highest damage move against Swampert here was Ice Fang, so he would be using it a lot against him, and there'd be a chance that I could get frozen, which is why I equipped an Asperberry before this fight. I could have very easily said, like, oh, I'll just go Soft Sand, or I'll just go Citrus Berry, or whatever. But before every single fight, even if it's a random trainer fight like this one, just take a moment and think about what the best item for your Pokemon could be. What are some things that could happen RNG-wise that could mess up your game plan? And then select your items according to that. This is why it often seems like that high-level Nuzlockers have way better RNG than you, or why you feel like you're really unlucky in your Nuzlocks. Oftentimes it's just preparation. There, that's a great short. Boom. I was hoping that would happen. And you turned. Oh my god, he's critting me so much. This Crobat. Okay, this should be Brave Bird. We'll just Rock Slide. I think it's more accurate than Head Smash. You turned again. Oh, this... I think I'm actually going to... Dude, can you stop critting me? I think I'm actually going to get f***ed here a little bit. If he keeps, like, spamming U-turn on all of my answers. Because Because he's doing more damage with the U-turns than I am doing with the other moves. What do I do here? I could go to Crobat instead of Amoonguss. I think I can be slower. Right? Isn't Whimsicott like really fast? I think I have to go to Amoonguss again. I have a Citrus Berry on Amoonguss. Okay. So I could assume that this is U-turn again and click like Spore or something, but I mean, yeah, it does work on grass types in this game. Let's do it. Yeah. And in comes Crobat. I think we finally just stopped his pivot chain. Unless he, you know, insta-wakes up on a Relicanth. Just pop a Head Smash here. I'm Rockhead. It's basically as likely to hit as Rock Slide. It's a little bit less likely, but... Is it even, or are they both 85? There, it's that easy. Okay. And back in here. And now U-turn is still highest damage, so he's going to keep using it, but... Pretty sure I'm not dead to crit. I actually know that for a fact because he crit me earlier. Okay, he's Moonblasted instead. Easy. Amoonguss actually got to come out of the box. Okay, moving right on. And your kitchen counter ran on daily caused me to regularize my seasonings and freed up so much space. My kitchen looks a lot nicer, thank you. No worries, man. And you're gonna clean it more often too. That's the cool part. Is this even the way to Seaside Cave? I don't even know, man. I think so. That looks good. I'm just gonna assume I'm on the right path here. Oop, hello. Ranger fuckface. I don't have a fighting move, unfortunately. Let's see. What split would this have been on? Marlon split? Yeah, this is Ranger Johan. Gives Persimberries. Okay, this is using Earthquake or Heavy Slam. I don't really have a good switch in for that. I think... maybe Aloe? Okay, we'll do a quick pivot. We'll go here. That actually did less than I thought it would. There's Thunderfang. And now we don't get paralyzed. Nice. And we Fiery Dance. Should be a kill. Easy. Aggron, Rockhead. This should be using Avalanche, right? Aloe has a pretty good matchup into this. Yeah, that looks fine-ish. I forgot. Why didn't I use Avalanche there? I thought I always saw those moves as boosted. Oh, high crit AI, huh? Speaking of which... I think I'm dead to crit, right? I didn't count my damage, unfortunately. I don't have a... I guess I can switch... There's no way you're dead to Surf. Aloe doesn't have enough special attack, I think. I guess Relicanth probably has a pretty good matchup with this. Let's see it. Nice. We hit our Aqua Tail. It's free for the goat. Empoleon. No fighting moves, no ground moves on this team. What is this using? Waterfall? I'll stay in. Actually faster. You f***ing piece of sh**. Dude, he's hitting every head smash. This Relicanth is crazy. He's kind of out healing me here, unfortunately. Let's go to... Ugh, I kind of can't really beat this. Hold on. This kind of has a really good matchup with me. I'll stay in. There we go, and now just don't miss. It's fine. He hit 5 out of 5 head smashes. What can I say, man? This guy is something special. What was the 2008 housing crisis joke? Oh, you mean why was Gen X afraid of the year 2000? Because 2008 financial crisis. You mean that one? That's a pretty good joke. Housing crisis, no issue if you were renting. True. Another W for rentoids. They can't stop winning. All right, multi-scale Dragonite on the opening for this one. So we're gonna chip away multi-scale with Fake Out. And we should be able to just outspeed and kill with Ice Punch. So this should bait Slacking next. And I think we all know how to beat a Slacking, right? I don't need to make a short about that. Still start the short there, I think, though. We just protect every other turn. It's that easy. We can use whatever move we want to just slowly chip away at it. Just make sure that nothing in the back of the enemy's team can trigger switch in AI, although that's a little bit advanced. For the most part, just protect every other turn, you should be fine. So, okay, wait, let's wait one more turn. Protect one last time. So, this is an interesting concept to remember for your Nuzlocks as well. I know that the next Pokemon that my opponent is going to send in here is an Infernape, and I know that I can outspeed and kill that Infernape with Psycho Cut from Metacham here. However, sometimes, especially in these difficult ROM hacks, it can be beneficial to think about when not to take a chain kill like this, and this is one of those moments, right? So I could just kill this Infernape with Psycho Cut, but the problem is I know that the next Pokemon that AI would send out here would be Blastoise. And that Blastoise probably isn't going to see a kill on Metacham, and it not seeing a kill on Metacham means that it can Shell Smash. This Blastoise in the back has a Shell Smash, right? And if it Shell Smashes, then we're in trouble. So what I can do instead here is, if it wants to Flare Blitz me, we can go to Flash Fire Chandelure. And then hopefully not get paralyzed by Thunder Punch. Did I not teach Psychic to this? Did anyone see me teaching Psychic to this? Whatever. This might actually cost me dearly. Oh my god. No cherry berries in this game, so I couldn't prep for that. That's fine. This might actually just kill. Not quite. I mean, he's not really doing damage. Should all be good. Okay. So now Chandelure has taken a bit of damage. It's also a fire type, right? This also baits Blastoise next, because it's got the highest damage move on me. And now I'm actually dead to Hydro Pump. So now I actually just have a safe switch into my grass type without risking this Blastoise Shell Smashing. I had the room on my team for this line, so I might as well do this instead of just mindlessly taking the chain kill. When constructing your lines, always think about what comes in next. And is that position beneficial for me or not? Does that give me more or less control over my opponent? Just something to keep in mind. Alright, I'm not confident that Lilligant kills this Milo. And I think that'll be dead to Ice Beam crit, so let's switch here and hopefully not get frozen. Is there a pivot line actually? Not really, no. I could go through Chandy, but don't really want to do that. All right, we got a classic counter here. It's bulky water type versus bulky water type, and we just toxic stall it. I haven't done any toxic stalling this run. This could burn me pretty easily, which would make the stall a little bit harder, especially if she keeps avoiding my toxics. ABCs. Short falling apart. We're not in the short anymore. I hope. There we go. Yeah, the shorts voice on. I didn't. It's the pChal daily voice. It's distinctly different, which is distinctly different from the stream mumble voice. This is explaining the fight, the pChal daily explaining the fight voice. Oh, he dragon-tailed me. Right the turn as I wished. That's a little bit unfortunate. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. It's not like we're dead to crit, so we can just come in and get the wish anyway. We need the Emerald Kaizo Despair voice. I have been thinking about this recently. I kind of haven't played a Nuzlocke in a while where I have to reset an early game like 15 million times and I get really mad. Am I crazy to say that we kind of need that shit back? I just kind of miss that a little bit. Maybe it's rose tinted glass or whatever, but like it's usually like good like loot box content. Yeah, Garbage Green was the last one that was like that. At that point, play Ironmon. I feel like it's not one or the other. I feel like there's delineation. Like, just because I have that, just because I want that kind of content doesn't mean I have to go fucking stream on Kick and play slots, man. Chill. Should have taught this Roost, I think. Well, I guess that would make me weak to Seed Bomb, huh? Am I dead to crit? Yeah, right? I'm like exactly dead to crit. Oh, that fucking sucks. I didn't think I'd be taking that much damage, bro. I guess I probably could have known that that's a 3 KO. I don't really have a backup plan here. Not that much, at least. This has sturdy, so I can't just surf and hope that it kills. Well, I mean, I don't need Swanna for the rest of the game, right? I think it's okay. I think the chance that Air Slash can miss is kind of outweighing the fact that it can flinch there. Aqua Jet to play around Ice Shard, I guess. See, it's not a problem. This is what's nice about having your E4 planned out. I don't gotta get myself in an even worse position just because I'm playing around the crit on a Pokemon I don't need anymore, you know? Okay. pChal, why do you always immediately take off your held items off your Pokemon after each fight? That sentence is horrible, man. Okay, we'll try next time. How do we want to what? pChal. What? Can somebody write that as an actual Twitch chat message? Something of that nature? How would Twitch chat say that? At pChal, why do you take off every item after a fight is over? Something like that. Yeah, we can do that. Actually, save yours for after the next fight, okay? And then I'll just respond to it naturally. So this is a double battle, right? It's an 8v6 double battle. But what you can actually do here is if you spawn a dust cloud between them and then walk between the dust cloud and one of the trainers, I'm pretty sure the other trainer won't see you, and then you'll find it as a single battle. And then once that single battle is over, the dust cloud will be gone and the other trainer will see you. So we can use that to turn double battles into back-to-backs in cave. And you could technically also use this to skip mandatory single battles. Like imagine if the other trainer wasn't there, you could just walk past them by making a dust cloud spawn in front. I don't do that because I think that feels too cheaty to me, because you're skipping a battle that's supposed to be mandatory. With this, you're still doing the battles. You're just doing them in a different way. And I think that choice between making it a double or a back-to-back is interesting. Can you have one Pokemon on your team not face them at all? No, it's not a true double. They would just face you one by one as a back-to-back as well. The double battle thing feels cheaty too. Yeah, I mean, it's all vibes, right? It's not as much to me. It's definitely like still circumventing the developer intent in a bit, in a way, but I think it's doing it in a fun way instead of just deleting fights. Like we can agree that there's like a difference here, right? And that's just kind of how I think I would rule it for my run. There we go. Okay. We actually got it. If I now go here... Is that how it works, chat? Yeah. So he didn't see me because the dust cloud was in the way. And now, instead of as a double battle, I will fight this as a back-to-back. Because the dust cloud will despawn after this fight. And then I'm going to have to fight him instead. But that's oftentimes still easier than doing it as a double battle. You can use this to entirely skip single battles in caves. I don't do that, though. That feels a little bit too much like cheating to me. This technique doesn't feel as much as cheating to me, but how would you rule it? Anyway, Sucker Punch for the Gengar. We'll go in one more time after this fight. Anyway, this is close combat from Electivire. Holy damage. Okay, you're not static, so I can fake you out. I'm pretty sure I'm faster. He's minus speed. Electivire's part fighting in this game. Not that it matters. After -1, this should also should even kill if it wasn't. All right. There's Magmortar. So the idea now is that this should be Magma Storm. If he... Oh man. If he sees kill with Scorching Sands here, I actually lose my Chandy, and it's a pretty important E4mon. 130 special attack. I think there's a chance, right? Do I have Protect still? No. I don't really have another play, though. What is Scorching Sands base power? It's pretty high, right? 70. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I don't think he sees kill. Show me Magma Storm, please. It's actually pretty important. Nice. Flash Fire proc. Now it should always Scorching Sands. This is, I'm going to do a little triple pivot chain here to beat this Magmortar. So this should always be Scorching Sands. So we should be able to go to Driftblim. Yep. And now it should always be Thunderbolt. So we should be able to go to Motor Drive Emolga. And remember, ability storage is going to hit now. Except it won't. Because... So he's going to Magma Storm again here. It should be highest damage. This time I know he can't Scorching Sands, so we can Volt Switch. And the whole point of this is just to get Emolga to Volt Switch, and then we can repeat this triple pivot infinitely, because Ability storage will be overwritten here as I switch this into Magma Storm. Beautiful. So now he thinks I have Flash Fire again. Go here on Scorching Sands. Why am I not going Emolga immediately again? Was there any reason to go to Driftblim first? Okay, yeah, I have it again. Yeah, because, yeah, he's Scorching Sandsing here, so I would go Emolga. He would still think that I have Flash Fire, and then he would Thunderbolt the Emolga. Yeah, that's why we need to go Driftblim in the middle. I remember. Exactly. Okay. This ability storage stuff's kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Like, cause you have a free turn with Emolga. Oh yeah, true. You could just attack, huh? That's kind of fucking... You're kind of fucking cooking with that. Wait a minute. You're so right. I guess he could technically Aura Sphere the Emolga, right? So this is... I think the way I'm doing it right now is guaranteed to give me no damage on any of these mons. I even like that some abilities don't trigger ability storage. I kind of like that Storm Drain doesn't. It kind of adds another dimension to it, and we've seen it. It's not that broken. It's pretty broken, but like, it's not like giga abusable. I guess part of the reason is that Maractus is like not a very good Pokemon, but yeah, Levitate is the one that's pretty good. I want to kill this with Volt Switch. Unlucky. Just keep up the chain. I don't think any trainer in this game uses healing items, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna... I don't know if I want ability storage in every game. I definitely don't. But I do think it's cool to play one that has it. Oh yeah, Colress heals. Apparently Lance does too. Okay. It's kind of funny that we fight Lance in 3 of the 4 games in the Gauntlet. Where's he in Renplat, man? Oh, we can go Steelix. What ability does he currently think I have? Motor Drive, right? He doesn't think I have Flash Fire right now. I killed with Emolga, so Emolga must have come in on an electric move, yeah. Okay. I kind of forgot that, while planning out the line for the next trainer, that the Heat Mode does in fact have Mold Breaker, so I can very easily use Chandy, but I think it's probably going to be okay. I'm not sure. So yeah, Steelix now, for purposes of the AI, has Flash Fire, so we can't use his Fire Punch anymore. Okay. So we can just beat the first fight. And worth noting, the Dust Cloud has now despawned, so you have to fight the other one next. It's a back-to-back, there's no healing in between. There he goes. But that can oftentimes still be easier than doing a double battle. Just some tech you can use for your Nuzlocke. But remember, this only works in Gen 5 and only in caves. Okay. This is using Fire Lash, right? Wait, I think Low Kick is seen as a base 60 move. I think it's 50-50 Low Kick or Fire Lash. I think either way this is a fine switch. Okay, this has Mold Breakers that can actually hit me. Okay, it does drop defense. I need to be a little bit careful here. My goal is to kill this with Chandy so I can get Tauros in. I don't think I'm dead to crit. Even after the defense drop. I'm actually faster. Nice. Alright, that works. Should be Tauros for super effective high horsepower. Chandler pretty close to the level cap now. Gotta be careful with any form on. We can't overlevel this. And the Tauros has close combat, strength, mega horn, high horsepower. Strength is a normal type move in this game, not a rock type move like in other ROM hacks. So, yeah, Drifblim just kind of walls the shit out of this. And we can literally just set up. And you might be saying, but pChal, I don't see a speed boosting move. How are you going to outspeed the Durant in the back? Just you wait. There is actually a speed boosting move on this moveset. You'll see in just a second. Why the Mega Horn animation in this game kind of looked like the Looney Tunes intro. Did you guys see that? Did you hear about this? Hold on. He's going to use it again. Here, watch. You guys see it? How much PP is Mega Horn? I think it's 10, right? I think I know that from Heracross on Fire to Omega Champ. It's totally it. All right, time for the speed boosting move. It's just rest, bro. There's no better way to go fast. Am I dead to crit? No. We used our Chesto Berry, so Unburden is active, so we now have doubled speed. Let's call Mind one more time for the boys. What does Unburden do? If you use your held item, your speed gets doubled. Beautiful stuff. I hope that this Durant is actually dead to +6 Shadow Ball, but... Why does Unburden not get a pop-up? Yeah, that's another ability that really, really needed one. I agree.